Hey, everybody. How's it going? So, just a lovely piece of news from a New York City resident here. 2 killed in the Bronx, 1 dead in Queens after 7 overnight New York City shootings. 7 overnight shootings. 3 people were killed and 8 others wounded in 7 separate shootings across New York City overnight, police said. Saturday's first killing was 12:20 a.m. when police received a call of a male shot on Jerome and Bainbridge Avenues in the Woodland neighborhood of the Bronx, authorities said. Upon arrival, cops discovered an unidentified adult man lying next to a motorcycle. The unconscious and unresponsive victim had been shot in the head and was pronounced dead at the scene by EMS, police said. There were no arrests. The second slaying came less than an hour later, at 1 a.m. in Far Rockaway, Queens, when a 38-year-old man was shot in the torso in front of 151 Beach 26th Street. EMS transported the victim to St. John's Hospital, where he was pronounced dead, cops said. There are no arrests. Police sources said the victim was shot by 2 unknown assailants who fled in a gray vehicle. The third death happened on Davidson Avenue and West 176th Street in the Morris Heights in the Bronx around 4:10 a.m., where police found a 27-year-old man shot in the chest and right leg and a 23-year-old man shot in the torso. EMS transported the 27-year-old to Bronx Care Health System, where he was pronounced dead. The 23-year-old victim was taken to St. Barnabas Hospital, where he remains in stable condition. There are no arrests. Here's where I get lucky. The non-fatal shootings began in Brooklyn, where I live, about 12:15 a.m., when 4 men were shot at Lexington and Marcy Avenues. Erica, does that sound familiar to you? Mm-hmm. Lexington and Marcy?
Yeah, I just went there yesterday.
Yeah, as in like 100 feet away from where I'm sitting as I do this video. At the Louis Armstrong houses in Bedford-Stuyvesant, cops said. Police said that an 18-year-old was shot in the left ankle, a 27-year-old was hit in the left leg, and a 26-year-old shot in the right arm during a dispute. There was no word on how the 4th victim was wounded. The victims were taken to Kings County Hospital, sources said. Guess the one saving grace here is that people in my neighborhood, as I mentioned several months ago, have no aim. That is not how you hold a gun. That is how they hold a gun when you're playing Siphon Filter 2. That is not how you hold a gun if you plan on actually hitting someone. Or so I hear from people who shoot firearms. 15 minutes later, a 21-year-old man walked into Kings County Hospital in Brooklyn with a gunshot wound to the ass, police sources said. The victim was uncooperative and did not provide details of the incident, the sources said. Less than 5 hours later, at 5:10 a.m. on Saturday, a woman in her 20s was shot once in the left leg during a dispute on Tilden Avenue and East 35th Street in East Flatbush, police sources said. She was being treated at Brookdale Hospital for non-life-threatening injuries, and shortly before 8 a.m. in Brooklyn, a 42-year-old man was shot once in the left leg during a domestic dispute with a 40-year-old woman within the NYPD 60th precinct, which includes Coney Island and Brighton Beach, cops and police sources said. The exact location of the shooting was not immediately known. The victim was transported to NYU Brooklyn Hospital in stable condition, cops said. An NYPD spokeswoman said this woman was taken into custody and charges are pending. The gun was recovered at the scene. See, I try to look on the upside of things. Of the 7 shootings that occurred over the past evening, the one that appears to not have resulted in murder is the one in my neighborhood, because people in my neighborhood don't know how to aim, which is a good thing because I live about 100 feet away from where that happened. Yay! Never change, New York. Never change. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something.